Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about my former number one sci-fi movie. Former. There's another sci-fi movie that's taking the place of my number one sci-fi movie, but this held the top spot as my number one sci-fi movie for years. Years. Nothing else was able to top it for me. What's it called? Fifth Element came close, and some others I can't remember them now, but there were good ones, but this one, wow, I love it. It's called The Hitting. It was released in 1987. It's really good. It stars Michael Nori and Kyle MacLachlan. It was amazing. I really love this film. I'd never seen anything like it before. I was blown away by this film. For many years, I love it so much that I know like each lines of this film, like from the start to finish. Like that's how much I love this film. I have it. How you say? I know it by heart. I know the entire film by heart. That's how much I love this film. Oh wow. It's about a alien parasite that comes to Earth and it possesses the body of humans and uses it to do heinous crimes, everything. Robbery, murder, you name it. Wow, it was like out of control. And it was given like the LAPD a tough time because the people, those who got possessed by the parasite were like law-abiding citizens, so they couldn't, LAPD couldn't figure out like why these law-abiding citizens were committing these crimes. Like it just didn't make any sense. So they got aided by a FBI agent played by what's his name? Played by Kyle, and he's Lloyd Gallagher in the film. And but what they don't know is that he's also an alien. He's also he's is the alien parasites. There are like two races of aliens. The one who possesses and commits crime, that's like one race, and then we have like the other race which are like good. So like kind of like a good versus evil, kind of situation. So the other alien who's possessed the body of the FBI agent, he's come to Earth to also find and destroy this parasite that's come to Earth, so he's hunting him down. So he pretends to be an FBI agent that's come to aid the LAPD to catch this guy. And by this time, I think the parasite had possessed like three humans and committing these crimes and all that. So, but before he's able to get there, because when they possess a human, they're difficult to kill. You can't kill them with conventional weapons like guns and stuff. It just doesn't work. You can slow them down, but they will just keep going, So they won't die because you need like a gun from space, a ray gun, which the FBI guy, the alien from space as well, brought with him. But it only works when the parasite comes out of the body and is about to possess another human that the ray gun can work. But if you fire the ray gun at the human who has the parasite in their body, it doesn't work because it can't get through the human flesh. So it's kind of tough that way. So the film, so they now like kind of like the alien parasite possesses like another person again after the one we see at the beginning of the movie. He was robbing a bank and then he gets badly injured, ends up in the hospital. And then there he now finds another host and the parasite transfers itself to another human body, which is really grotesque. That was like one of the, whoa, that was like the freaky scenes in cinema. That scene was, whoa, was gross. It was gross. Well, even back then, like it didn't scare me. I only just freaked out a little bit, just a little. But it was like, wow, that scene was woo. So he now possesses like another person and goes on another killing spree, and then they keep trying to catch him. And then possesses a stripper, and they now go after the stripper. So she now gets cornered at the top of a clothing store, and in order to avoid being captured, she now decides to throw herself off the top of the building. But before she does, she threatens the FBI agent that she's going to come for him first before she does any other thing. Because, she knows that the parasite in her knows that it's the other race that is in the FBI agent. So he can see it. He can tell that that's the other race. You know, because like there are two races that are at war with each other. So he knows that this is his rival that's in the body of the FBI agent. So he now like threatens him like, when I find a new body, like I'm gonna come after you first. Then she now throws herself off the top of the building and lands on the pavement. So you know she looks like she's dead. But before police can get there, the captain of the precinct, his dog, gets there first, and the stripper comes to life and grabs hold of the dog. And we don't see what happens, but we know she transfers the parasite into the dog. So then the dog transfers the parasite into the captain. So back at the precinct, because of the gunfire that takes place on top of the clothing store, the detective Beck, the LAPD detective, he now sees like he sees the FBI agent like shoots the stripper like several times and she's not going down. And then that final exchange where she threatens to come for him first, you know, so he now begins to wonder like, okay, something else is going on here. Like this guy knows more than he's telling us. So he now tries to question him, and he kind of gives like a vague response. You know, doesn't because like you know he knows he can't tell him really what's going on. He won't believe him. So he now, so the detective now tells one of his men, one of his guys, to arrest the FBI agent. So they now arrest him. So they now do a background check. Then they now find out that he's actually not an FBI agent. The real FBI agent who he's pretending to be died in a fire like maybe weeks ago. So he's now, you know, impersonating him. So they're like, you know, you're already in big trouble. So he now like has a one-on-one talk with him. Detective Beck now has a one-on-one talk with the FBI agent. So like, okay, what's really going on? Because like you seem to know more than what's, you know, more than us. Like you know what's going on. Like tell us. So he now like, okay, fine. So he now gives him like part of the truth that okay, this thing I've been chasing it for a long time, for 9 years, and now it's here on Earth. And the way it works, it possesses human bodies, and the only way I can kill it is by when it's in between bodies, when it's about to move from one body to the next, then I can kill it. So like, you know, conventional weapons aren't gonna do it. I need my ray gun, which was, you know, taken from him when they arrested him. They took all his belongings. So you have to hear all that. It's like, oh great. So now this like parasite, the alien, like we don't know who it is, like who it has possessed, right? And I said no, he doesn't know. Before he got to the stripper, the parasite had left her body and found someone else. So he doesn't know who it has possessed now. So he's like, but I don't have to worry because he threatened to come after me first. So I know he's gonna come for me. So I'm gonna need my weapon if I'm gonna take it down. So the guy was like, right. So they now put him back in his cell. They're like, we'll try again tomorrow, you know, because like now the story is like really far fetched, you know. So he doesn't buy it. So like, yeah, we'll try again tomorrow. Like maybe when you sleep, you know, your senses will come back. So then the next morning, the captain now comes in looking for the detective. Now he hears that he's in holding, so he now decides to go there. So they're like, you know, we have rules now. You can't go there armed to go and interrogate someone. You know, and anything can go wrong, or question someone who's in police custody. Like anything can go wrong. So like you have to drop your firearm. But he refuses. He now kills the couple. Tells him that. So then, of course, all hell breaks loose. He now starts gunning down his fellow officers. You know, who know that this is our captain. It's like he's, you know, gunning them down. So they even shoot at him and he's not going down. So Beck now sees this happening, like just like what happened with the stripper. You know, she's like, okay, now this is our captain. He's killing fellow officers, and you know, and they're shooting back at him and he's not going down. So it's like, no, like that story this guy told is true. So he now gets to his cell first. Now he brings that his alien ray gun with him. Now tells him like, you know, I just saw my captain take like 6 shots and more, and like he's not going down, not even slowing down, not even feeling it. And I think like, is this for real? Like, yes, it is. So he now lets him out. So the captain now tries to get to him, and they injure the captain really bad. So he now goes and possesses another detective, and then they now like track the detective down to where there's a presidential candidate who has a speaking engagement at you know, somewhere. So they now go there. Now trace his movement down there, and they now try to get at him. So he takes down a lot of officers, and unfortunately he now shoots Beck as well. Then he now goes and successfully possesses the presidential candidate, passes on the parasite to him. So he now goes and what's it? So he now like so Beck gets taken to the hospital, and so Lloyd now feels like, okay, the only one person who knows what's really going on, who I'll be able to tell, who believes me, is now in the hospital and it's critical. And so like I have to do this on my own, you know. So he has to go after the guy on his own because he can now give orders to the detectives and the officers at the precinct. Like he has to now do this all by himself. So he now gets a flamethrower from the evidence locker, now puts it in the bag, now goes to a speaking engagement that the presidential candidate has, where he wants to declare his intentions to run for president. So he now goes there with the bag, and there's police there, there's Secret Service. So they're not like, so he now presents his badge, like Lloyd Gallagher, FBI. So they're like, what's in the bag? And that's his security equipment. So they're like, open it. So he now like just rams them out of the way and runs into the hall where the event is going on. Then like police and Secret Service, they're like shooting at him, trying to kill him, and they keep getting him, but like he's not going down. He still keeps coming. So then at some point he now gets in front of the podium where the presidential candidate is sitting, and everyone's like running for cover, but not him. He's just like watching to see if they can successfully take down his rival. So he now takes a gun from his personal bodyguard, like pushes the guy out of the way and starts shooting at the FBI agent. So he now, so the FBI agent like goes down on his knees, like as though he was like injured from all the gunfire and all that. He now like goes down on his knees. Then the guy is feeling confident, like yeah, we've got you now, or something. He now pulls out the flamethrower from the bag and now fires it at the guy, the presidential candidate. Now barbecues this guy, and as his body falls to the ground, everyone starts hearing this like hissing sound. Then everyone who's like running for like duck for cover, and everybody like starts looking out, like, okay, what is that sound? Where is that coming from? Then the mouth of the barbecued guy now like opens up, and you see the parasite come out, and then the FBI agent now brings out his ray gun, now fires at the parasite, and the thing explodes. So of course now everyone now believes, everyone now they've seen it for themselves. So there's no need for any explanation there. I mean, wow, they've seen it for themselves what just happened. So you see all the Secret Service, all the police, everybody's like stunned. They were just standing there like, what did we just witness? So the film was really cool. So at the end, unfortunately, his friend, Beck, the detective, his injuries were too extensive, so the operation didn't help, and he's not going to make it. So, so his wife was brought in to say her farewells. He's now on life support. He can't even talk. He's not conscious anymore. So he's on life support, and they have to take him off life support. So she came to say her goodbyes, and so she's leaving with her daughter, the little daughter, and she leaves. So the detective, the FBI agent, he also happened to be in the same hospital. So he now hears when the doctor gives Beck's wife the bad news that he's not going to make it. So he now goes into his room after they've all left, and he now removes him from life support. Then he sees like his life, he now sees like he flatlines. Then he now goes over to his mouth and removes the what's it called? And then he now opens his mouth, and like a ray of light comes out of Lloyd Gallagher's mouth and goes into Tom Beck's mouth. And like the next thing we see is the doctor and their nurses, they're rushing back with the wife. They're like running back to his room because like they noticed that the life support machine was turned off, and they're like, they didn't malfunction or something. So they're like racing back to see what had happened. So only to find him like he's awake, he's conscious, and so that's where the film ends. So the film was really good. So if you have not seen it, go check this film out. It's so good. I love it. Shortly, I'm going to be dropping a video of my current #1 sci-fi movie that's coming up next. So if you have seen this film, comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the movie. If you enjoyed the video, please like my video. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you've seen the film. Let me know what you thought about the movie, if you love it, or what your favorite sci-fi movie is, what your #1 sci-fi movie is. Comment down in the comment section. Let me know. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys around.